Good morning, all of you. Our today's topic is pre-op and post-op care of children. Okay, so this topic is from pediatric nursing, so we will continue with this topic. Now, basic care of children undergoing surgery. So first, surgery can be planned or unplanned. Obviously, it is not considerable when the surgery can be performed. It may be a planned or unplanned. In that elective or emergency, it depends on elective or emergency. It is potentially stressful experience for children. This may not understand the reason for surgery and can think of unjustifiable attack on their bodies. Yes. In case of children, okay, they are not mature enough to understand the reason of surgery. Why this surgery can be performed? What is the reason behind this surgery? Okay, they just think that it is something unjustifiable attack on my body. It is not good. So they are very afraid for it. Okay, so it is the our duty to understand their concerns as well as to give knowledge in the understandable language of them. Okay? So potential threat for surgery to the children are physical harm, pain, injury, death, separation from parents, strange and unknown situation at operation room, fear of anesthesia and surgery, etc. Okay, children ને કયા કયા થ્રેટ છે પોટેન્શિયલ થ્રેટ છે રિલેટેડ સર્જરી એ લોકોના શું વિચારો છે અબાઉટ સર્જરી ઓર અબાઉટ ઓપરેશન દે કન્સિડર્ડ ઇટ જસ્ટ અ ફિઝિકલ હાર્મ મને કોઈ હાર્મ થશે પેઇન થશે સર્જરી કરાઈશ તો મને ઓબ્વિયસલી પેઇન થશે જ injury થશે okay as well as there is a chances of death by seeing in the movies okay or any tv serials એ લોકોએ જે બી ઓબ્ઝર્વ કર્યું હોય they assume that death can be occurred due to operation. Then separation from parents. Obviously, according to the developmental age, they have separation anxiety. So first, the fear of separation from parents, strange and unknown situation or unknown environment of operation theater. બધી equipments જોઈને વધારે ડરી જશે. Then fear of anesthesia and surgery, etc. આ બધા threat છે, potential threat છે children માટે. Preparation of children for surgery is an important aspect and should be based on child's age as well as developmental stage, level of personality and past experience. Okay, આપણે how we should prepare the children. So we should keep in mind all these ideas, all these criteria like child's developmental age. Toddler ને આપણે જુદી રીતે સમજાઈશું, adolescent હશે એને આપણે જુદી રીતે explain કરીશું. Okay, it depends on developmental stage of that child as well as the level of personality, introvert છે કે extrovert છે, as well as past experience that child has. It depends on all these criteria. Pre-operative nursing management of children. In that first is psychological preparation. First of all, you should prepare psychologically both children as well as the parents also. So first, we should discuss about the type of surgery according to the developmental age. Okay, toddler ને તમે deep knowledge આપશો તો obviously toddler cannot understand. Yes, adolescent can understand, but toddler cannot understand. So in simple language, you should explain it. Explain about the preoperative medication which can cause discomfort. Like our medicine, if you take this medicine, there is a chances of vomiting. First, you should explain it so they are be prepared for that. Then discuss about anesthesia and operating room setup as well as transportation to OT. Okay, children ને આ બધી જ information આપી દેવાની કે the operating room આ જગ્યાએ છે, this is the space for place for operating room. Operating room માં આ equipments available હશે. So patient cannot anxious by watching all that equipments. Okay, as well as transportation can be done with wheelchair or stretcher. Okay, all this information first priorly you should give them. Explain about the limitation of diet, meal per mouth, at least 4 to 6 hours for general anesthesia prior to surgery or as directed by anesthesiologist. Okay, it depends on anesthesiologist as well as it depends on surgery also. So મીલ પર માઉસ એટલીસ્ટ 4 to 6 hours. તમારે 4 થી 6 કલાક ભૂખ્યા રહેવાનું છે. That thing you should inform the children. Demonstrate the equipment to be used post-operatively, such as oxygen mask, IV fluid sac, urinary catheter, etc. એ equipments થી પણ આપણે well oriented કરાવવાના. Describe the post-operative discomfort and pain, which may be relieved by medication. Okay. If surgery can be performed, obviously there is a chances of pain as well as discomfort also. And children also have kept in mind like મને pain તો થશે જ operation પછી મને તો હું શું કરીશ. So by this way you should explain that we will provide the pain medication. Okay, for that, by this way anxiety is reduced in them. Explain about the recovery room care and setup, like there is a available cardiac monitor is there. Okay, so baby can aware about all that setup also. Demonstrate the procedures to prevent post-operative complications such as deep breathing and coughing exercise. So teach them deep breathing and coughing exercise prior to surgery, so it will helpful for prevention of pneumonia post-operatively. Do not remove favorite toys and other objects to prevent loss of security. A toddler છે, infant છે, in that case you cannot remove favorite toys from that premises. Then encourage the children to play with cap, gown, mask, as well as gloves with the dress ball. So it is one type of distraction therapy for them. Assure the child that the parent will be nearby and waiting for him or her. Okay, so patient feel secure કે parents છે. Physical preparation. Monitor temperature, pulse, respiration, blood pressure, body weight, skin rash, or any other abnormalities. Okay, prior to operation, you should check vital signs as well as any skin rash is present or not, or any other abnormalities. Give nothing by mouth for the period prescribed prior to surgery, at least 4 to 6 hours before the operation. Take the child away from the area where other children are taking food. એટલે NDM તો રાખવાનું છે, તો you should first physically prepare the child for NDM, as well as taking away from the children who are taking the food. Okay, by this way you can prevent the eating of that child. Maintain good hydration by IV fluids. If needed, IV fluid therapy to be administered. Then make certain that all other prescribed preoperative procedures have been completed, such as collection of investigation report, anesthetic checkup, signature in consent form, antiseptic dressing of post-operative area, bowel clearance, nasogastric tube insertion, hygienic measures, etc. Okay, so as a nurse you should make sure that all these things are completed or not. I will further repeat. કઈ કઈ વસ્તુ તમારે ચેક કરવાની છે કે કમ્પ્લીટ થઈ છે કે નહીં. કલેક્ટ ઓલ રિપોર્ટ્સ, જે પણ ઇન્વેસ્ટિગેશન રિપોર્ટ્સ છે you should collect lab as well as x-rays, lab as well as radiological report you should collect. Anesthetic checkup થયું છે કે નહીં, એના documents છે કે નહીં, you should, that thing you should check. Signature in consent form is present or not. Then antiseptic dressing of operative area is done or not. Bowel clearance થયું છે કે નહીં, nasogastric tube insert થઈ છે કે નહીં, hygienic measures means patient is taking bath or not. That all things you have to check, as well as shaving of the operative area may not be necessary on children or may be done after they are anesthetized. Okay, so all these are the priority checklist for children. Check for any loose teeth, secure the loose teeth and report. Then remove nail polish and makeup for in adolescent children. Eyeglasses, hearing aids may be worn up to the OT and then taken to the recovery room or can be given to the parents to prevent loss or damage. Okay, eyeglasses and hearing aids છે એ તમે OT સુધી તમે children can wear it. Okay, but after that it should be removed. Ask the child to empty the bladder, prevent bladder incontinence or distension. Okay. So before leaving that ward, ask the children to empty the bladder. Then administer prescribed pre-operative medication in time, like antibiotics can be given in time prior to the procedure. Encourage the child to cry or scream for injection or for the fear of operation. Okay, so by this way they can reflect their fear. Okay, and it can soothing the child's mind also. So encourage the child to cry if the child has anxiety or fear of operation. Then transfer the child to the OT at the given time and hand over to the OT nurse with all necessary things, records, reports, and case sheets as per priority checklist. Now, protective measures. You should obtain an informed written consent for anesthesia as well as surgical intervention as a legal protection. Okay, these two documents is must there. Then check all laboratory reports, X-ray and other tests are included in case sheet. I've already explained you should collect all lab as well as radiological reports. Record complete information regarding pre-medication, pre-operative procedures, child emotional and physical state to protect from legal problems. If child is refused to treatment, all these things you should priorly check before patient going to the operation theater. Make sure identification band for the child is attached securely or not. There must be an identification band there. Allow one familiar person to stay with the child to avoid fear of strange. The child should not be left alone to provide sense of security and emotional protection. Obviously, child should not be left alone up to the OD area. Okay, one familiar person or one parent can be allowed with child up to the OD area. Make sure the child is sent to the OT with all documents and necessary precaution as per priority checklist. Now, post-operative nursing management of children. Which are the post-operative nursing management? In that first is immediate post-operative care. In that, first receive the child with detailed information about the operation performed and the case sheet recorded accurately or not. કે કેસ શીટમાં તમારે ઇન્ટેક આઉટપુટ ચેક કરવાનું છે IV fluids as well as urine output. All these things you should check accurately as well as operative form is filled or not. That things you should check. Then check vital signs as well as give oxygen therapy if needed. Further that maintain the patent airway by placing the child on side or abdomen to allow secretion to drain. The sideline position appanche, not on abdomen, but if physician is allowed, that's okay. But give the sideline position to allow the secretion to drain and to prevent tongue from obstructing the pharynx in post-op condition. Then suction and the secretions present, you should suction it. Restrain the child to prevent dislodging of IV channel, drainage tube and dressing. Okay, जो infant हसे, toddler हसे, in that case you should restrain the child to prevent dislodging of IV channel, drainage tube and dressing. Then monitor and record vital signs, blood pressure, bleeding, as well as vomiting, dehydration is present or not, sign of shock. It can be identified by checking blood pressure and level of consciousness, restlessness, skin color, cyanosis, pallor, and other complications. You should monitor it at least 24 hours. You should monitor for all these things. Check the nasogastric tube and aspirate at given interval and record the amount. Mostly nasogastric tube aspiration can be done every 2 hours. Okay? So you should aspirate it and record it to the intake output chart. Administer medication and monitor IV infusion flow rate. IV infusion may be 50 ml per hour, 60 ml per hour as per doctor's order. You should maintain the flow rate. Check any drainage tube and connect with bottle or bag for continuous drainage. Okay. If bottle is full, then empty. Okay. That's why you should check the drainage tube and connect with bottle or bag for continuous drainage. Give the child nothing per mouth till complete awake from anesthesia and begin feeding with sips of water as directed. કે પેશન્ટ ફુલ્લી કોન્શિયસ ના થાય ત્યાં સુધી તમે કંઈ પણ આપી શકો નહીં પેશન્ટને કે ઓરલી ક્યાંય કશું પણ આપવાનું નથી. First start with sips of water. First you should give sips of water, then you should give the liquid diet, then you can give the full diet. Not directly you can give full diet. Maintain warmth and cleanliness of environment and maintain intake and output chart. Lastly, explain parent about treatment plan. So for reducing the anxiety of them. Then care after recovery from anesthesia. Continue to make frequent observation in regard to vital signs, behavior, hydration, urination, dressing, operative site, drainage, bowel sound, passage of bladders, crying, pain, or any signs of complication. On the daily basis, you have to check all these things. I repeat, first you should check the vitals, then behavior, happy check, sad check, then hydration level by intake and output, urination, same intake and output, dressing કેવું છે, infected છે કે નહીં, contaminated છે કે નહીં, operative site, the same for redness, any edema is present or not, the drainage also pus is there or not, bowel sound is present or not, then passage of letters is present or not, the crying, pain, all these things you have to check on the daily basis. Change position frequently to minimize the discomfort and complication. Administer prescribed medications with precautions and record the effects. Continue IV infusion. Then nasogastric aspiration every 2 hourly, I already told you. Other drainage as required. Provide diet as prescribed. First feeding is given usually with clear liquid. If tolerated, advance slowly to the full diet as per age. I already explained. First you have to give sips of water, then liquid diet, clear liquid diet. First clear liquid diet, then liquid diet, then you should go for full diet. Maintain adequate rest periods and sleep for post-op patient. Allow early ambulation as well as self-care as possible. All these things included in care after recovery. Then prevent infections by aseptic measures, appropriate wound care, and change of dressing, breathing and puffing exercise, etc. Then provide good general hygiene, special emphasis on mouth care, skin care, care of bladder and bowel. Okay. On the daily basis, you should provide the mouth care to unconscious patient or semi-conscious patient, skin care daily bath, care of bladder and bowel. If there is a urinary catheter is present, so catheter care on its shift. By this way, you can do the all care. Follow preventive measures for post-op complications by watching. Then provide emotional support, reassurance, recreation and diversion to children, okay, by providing the toy materials to them. Plan for removal of stitches usually at 5th to 7th day and prepare for discharge from hospital if patient is stable. Teach parents regarding continuation of care at home. Like if nasogastric tube is present, so you should teach them how to provide NG feeding. Okay, the same way you should give the continuation of care at home.